Hey everyone, I just wanted to make an updated pizza deck video. I recently brought it back to play against some of the new, meta decks and see if it does well, especially with One Punch Man coming out, and soon SAO. So I wanted to make a little update on this deck and some changes that I made. I will link everything down below. You can see some of my other decks from other videos. So let's get into it. So if you watched my previous video, this pizza deck is sort of a hybrid because it does include the Lelouch SR and the Suzaku SR. This is what this one looks like. So this is the Suzaku, and this is the fancy Lelouch. So Suzaku is 4 energy, and Lelouch is 5 to play them. So this is somewhat of a hybrid that plays with the CC 4 energy 2 action card. So I did cut down the SRs that I had in the deck. I'm now running 3 of these Suzaku and 2 of the Lelouches. I also cut out 2 of the Lelouch 0 drops to add 2 of the 0 drop Arthurs, which have nullify impact. With the current meta and a lot of the cards having crazy amounts of impact and damage to, this deck needed something like a nullify impact to just keep up with like One Punch Man decks. So I added these in. Playing the deck again and having the Suzaku and the Lelouch, I did also realize that it does need at least a double energy in the back, even just for not raiding. Having these Nonalies in the back are really useful because you could just leave them back there and play all of the cards you need. So I did add 3 of these Nonalies, and I did add 3 of the Ganymede in. This is another searcher for pizza, so look at the top 7 cards of your deck and reveal up to 1 pizza card among them, add it to your hand, place the remaining cards on the bottom of your deck. This raids on any Ashford Academy card, so it can raid on the Nonali, the Arthur, any of the Suzaku CCs. You can keep it in the back for double energy, and it does have step. So I added these cards into the deck. If you want to look at the full deck list, I will link it down below. I also wanted to add some look into Volume 2 for Code Geass because the red deck does get a lot of support. So here we are on X-Burst, which features the Japanese cards, so we can get a little bit of a look into Set 2. So I am able to filter all the red cards that get added in Volume 2. So here we have Anya. This character gains 1000 BP for each event card used during this turn, which goes really well with Pizza or Ashford. And here Anya has a card that is sort of like the 4 energy CC. So the more event cards in your sideline, it gains BP and impact. This Valletta allows you to get extra energy generation along with the CC, which I feel like this did have a little bit of an energy problem. So with Volume 2, this is great. We finally do get a raid CC, which is much needed. It gives you a lot of draw power, which this deck also does need.
So you can put 2 cards from your hand to the sideline. If you do, draw 3 cards, and then you can pull a character from your sideline when she gets sideline, which is really great. And these 2 Geno cards look like they would be better in Ashford. And then we have 1-drop Shirley. The Shirley and Lelouch allow you to draw more cards. And then we have a Rolo added, which buffs the Lelouch cards, especially like the Raid from Volume 1. And then another Rolo, which also buffs either himself or Lelouch, which is really good. We have an added event card, which allows you to draw more. So definitely in Volume 2, Red gets a lot more support, which is definitely something I'm looking forward to. So if you are also looking forward to this, leave a comment and let me know if you want more videos like this. Thanks.